Hi, my name is Drew with David Walters Yachts. Today I want to show you Neptunes Highway. It is a Davidson 44 built in 1990. It has recently returned from an 8-year circumnavigation and has completed a major refit along the way. This boat has phenomenal sailing characteristics, has very spacious accommodations, and ample storage. When added to its balanced helm, great pointing ability, it is very good at making fast and very comfortable passages. Moving forward again, you see ample working space. You also notice the dinghy that does come with the vessel. There's an inner forestay that's Dyneema and added by the current owner, and you have your windlass controls as well. Welcome down below, and as you come down the companionway steps and step onto the new teak and holly that was new this year in 2021, right under your feet there's actually a solid steel monolithic structure. This is very unique and adds a lot of strength to the boat in all directions, and more specifically supports the mast and engine mount. The galley itself is a full-service galley with propane gimbaled stove, a heavily rebuilt and insulated fridge and freezer box. The spacious aft cabin is definitely a major feature of this boat. Looking to starboard, you've got multiple hanging lockers, shelves, as well as water maker access, and to port, more hanging lockers and shelves, as well as some additional bench seating. Moving back forward to starboard, you'll see the Nav Station. It has a new Blue Sea AC/DC electrical panel that was installed in 2020, as well as your single sideband radio. The boat was repowered in 2018 with a Betamarine 43 horsepower motor. It has been exceptionally well maintained and is very clean and has under 1,000 hours on it. There's a lot of working room on the deck. And if you notice, the all grip is in phenomenal condition and was just redone in 2018. The running rigging is all in like new condition as well, and the standing rod rigging is in phenomenal shape and lends a lot of structural support to the mast. Moving forward into the spacious salon with seating on both the port and starboard sides, you'll notice that there is more storage behind that. Now, in a way to describe how deep that storage is, another option for this design was to have an additional pipe berth for crew members on either side of that. So that'll give you an idea exactly how deep that storage goes and how much room you have on this boat, again, to store things for your long passages. And finally, walking forward into the large forward cabin, you see it is a V-berth style. It has a unique characteristic of its own separate stainless steel freshwater sink, a hanging locker to starboard, and more storage below the V-berth, accessed either by those double doors or from beneath the mattress and cushions themselves.
So we'd just like to take a moment to talk about Neptunes Highway a little bit. The boat was built in Costa Mesa, California in 1990. Yeah, and so there was 5 of the same boats built, and they were built on the molds that came from a designer by the name of Laurie Davidson, who's a New Zealander, and he was probably most successful for his design of America's Cup Challenge, which the Kiwis won in 1995, and to this day the New Zealanders still are the highly accomplished America's Cup contenders. They just recently won the most recent America's Cup. So his designs were quite ranging. He did both cruising designs as well as racing designs. And when we were in New Zealand in 2014, we met a number of Davison owners that had a lot to say, a lot of positive things to say about his design and their boats, and how happy they were with the comfort and the sailing abilities. We gained a lot of confidence with the boat in our Pacific crossing when we first started sailing the boat on our circumnavigation. It seemed like every little bit of challenge we would put forth towards the boat, she would answer in flying colors, and so we always felt safe and well accomplished. The performance of the boat was probably my favorite thing about the boat. The boat could always easily maintain 7 to 8 knots, sometimes up to 9 to 10 knots of sailing. And the other part of the performance spectrum was her ability to sail to windward. We always felt like The boat had an incredible ability to sail to windward, much more so than your typical cruising boat. Okay. And the other really fabulous thing about the boat is the balanced helm. The helm, it's not just a weather helm or a lee helm, but a real comfortable helm, real easy to steer the boat. Oftentimes we could trim the sails and walk away from the helm and the boat would steer itself. Not often found in any boat. So a real kudo to Laurie Davidson. Not too many designers can do that. The cockpit is an aft cockpit. We always felt real comfortable back there. It has a large dodger that is very protective of the crew, and the boat is quite dry, so rarely would we get wet back there in the dodger area. And I love the boat. It's going to be a heartbreaker to sell this boat, but we're going to move on to some other things. Thank you.
Thanks again for taking a look today at Neptunes Highway. This boat is in immaculate condition, and I can guarantee you will not find a more capable and well-built boat in better condition for this price anywhere on the market. If you're interested, please reach out to me. Again, my name's Drew at David Walters Yachts. Thank you.